So when I was growing up as a kid, I always loved fresh squeezed lemonade. And I remember one time, me and my brothers, we were spending the night at my auntie's house. My mom and dad would drop us off over there a lot because they wanted to get away from us from time to time, or they had to work or something like that. But you know how it goes. So my uncle made this stuff called limeade, and I was like, man, this is some pretty good stuff. And you fast forward to today, I found out about this recipe with cucumbers added, so it's cucumber limeade. And as you can see, I have about, I think, 5 or 6 limes, and I'm cutting them up. Of course, you want to roll them first, as you saw me doing, because limes tend to be a little hard. And when you roll them, it makes them easier to juice. And as you can see, I have one of the little manual juicers that I do by hand. So make sure you juice them really, really, really good. As you can see, I had a lemon too. I just wanted to use it because I don't like wasting food. We throw away so much food in this country. It's a pet peeve of mine. So I try to use everything that I can. I try not to throw away any food. And once you get done juicing all the lemons, or if this is the exact same recipe for lemonade. If you want to do lemonade with cucumber, I guess it would be called cucumber lemonade. You can do it with lemons as well if you like lemons better than limes, but do whatever you want to do. I actually like to cut the cucumber up a little bit because it helps it blend a little bit better. I have this thing called a magic bullet. If you don't have a magic bullet, you can use a blender or whatever you have. And then once you get the cucumbers chopped up, take your magic bullet or your blender and pour some of that lemon juice or lime juice into the blender, and then let it run for, maybe 30 seconds or so until everything's mixed up. Now, once everything gets mixed up in the NutriBullet or your blender, whatever you have, pour everything into a container, jar, whatever you're going to use. I like to use glass because I'm trying to get away from plastic. And this is a 64-ounce tea pitcher that I bought off Amazon. And it works really, really well for whatever I'm using it for. I use it for my tea and my juices. And the water and sweetener ratio, just to give you the numbers, you can do it however much you want to do it, but this is what works for me. I typically do about 1 cup of water per lime or lemon, which is about 8 ounces. I do an 8-ounce measurement in my measuring glass. And then when it comes to the sweetener, this is what the monk fruit allulose mixture looks like. It comes out, it comes white just like white sugar, but it's plant-based. It is all natural, and it does not raise your blood sugar, which is great. And they even make a brown sugar replacement, which is, I've bought it, but I just haven't used it yet. I'm using up my old brown sugar first because, like I said, I'm trying to get away from sugar. And it's about 1 tablespoon of this sweetener per lime or per lemon. And monk fruit, if any of you know a lot about it or if you've used it before, you know monk fruit is actually sweeter than sugar. I love it. Some people don't like it, but I actually love it. I think it's great. And they have one that has erythritol in it and one without erythritol. I try to buy the erythritol free one just to have less stuff in it. Once you put as much sweetener in there as you want, you can use regular sugar if you want. Use whatever you want. I'm telling you what I use. And if you want, you can add a little bit of honey in there. I like to use local honey or raw honey just to add a little bit more natural sweetener in there. It works pretty good. And then you go ahead and agitate it. Go ahead and put your cap on, mix it up. Make sure the cap is on there real good, because one time I made it and the cap wasn't on there good and it spilled out. Not a lot, but once you mix it up, you pour it up, and it is absolutely really good and it's really refreshing. You will not miss the sugar. And it's other plant-based sweeteners that people are using, like agave and date syrup and coconut sugar and all kind of stuff. So like I said, this is what I like to use. Some people complain about the price of the plant-based sweeteners, but like the old saying goes, health is wealth. And like the old saying goes, different strokes for different folks. Y'all let me know what y'all think about in the comment section. I hope you enjoy.